So to open this, we're going to have to use a razor blade to cut these little melted plastic bits here. All right, there's one here, one here, one here, one here. I don't think there's a hidden one there, so I think we should be okay. So yeah, let's see, I think there is one hidden under here. So let me go get my razor blade. I was using it earlier this morning and I left it somewhere else. So let me go grab that and I'll be back. See you guys in a bit. Alright, so I'm back with the razor blade. Let's go ahead and cut these melted plastic bits off here and see if we can repair this fan. So we're going to use a razor blade slightly angled, and we're basically just going to slice it off. Alright, you want to keep working it like this. Alright, you don't want to just apply a bunch of pressure because you don't want to end up cutting yourself. Alright, so you just slowly work the blade side to side, back and forth, whatever you want to call it. Alright, and there we go. Alright, I'm going to cut this one. So this basically, these plastic tabs hold this metal plate onto the plastic part down below. Okay, so here you can see we can get most of it up now. There's two more. We got this one here and this one hidden underneath this piece here. So that's kind of annoying that they tucked it underneath. I'm going to lift the adhesive up and out of the way here. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and cut this one off as well. Right, get that adhesive out of the way. Okay, I'm left-handed, so for you, you might do this differently. But whichever angle you can get in, just like this. Alright, there we go. And the last one is up here. So let's see if I can just peel this whole thing up, maybe. Hopefully it's not going to tear. Looks like it's working. Alright, there we go. Okay, perfect. So let's go ahead and cut this one off as well. There we go. Okay, if you want, you can go ahead and put this foam back down so you don't accidentally get it all dirty. All right. Okay, and oh, I can take this out and then kind of help wrap it all around. Sorry, I'm not really looking at what I'm recording right now because I'm trying to stick this stuff back in. All right, there we go. Now you can see this is a little bit dirty under here, so we're going to clean that off as well. All right, getting the trash can over to my side. All right, get all the dust out of there. I'm probably going to have to do the other part outside, but all right, here you can see we got the dust out of all these little divots. All right, set that aside. And let's go ahead and brush this off as well. All right, actually, let me pause and I'll be back once I've cleaned this up. All right, so I removed the dust I could. Let me see if you can hear what the fan sounds like. Oh, you can't hear it, but I can feel it. It does like a weird rumbly grinding, and then it stops. All right, so what we want to do is we want to be able to pop these propellers off to add new grease, clean out the old grease. It looks like it doesn't just lift out, so we're going to have to try and push the propellers through. Hopefully we can pop it out and repair this, because otherwise we're going to have to replace the fan. So the way you want to get this fan out is you can see in the center there's the thick ring, which is basically this outer part here. And we're going to push on that. So you want to push evenly. So I'm going to push one on the left and one on the right. You don't want to try and do it at a crooked angle like this. You want to make sure that you're pushing evenly so that the thing can pop out, pop straight out. All right. So we're going to go ahead and try and push this through. Hopefully we can. Doesn't look like it wants to pop out. So let's try doing from this side. Yeah, it's not looking like this fan wants to pop out. We might have to replace it. Oh, there we go. Okay, it popped through. So there we go. Here we have the propeller. You can actually see there's a bit more dust still on there, so we're going to clean that up. I'm going to hold it like this. I don't want to get the dust everywhere, but let me show you what I do. Basically, I hold it like this, and then I brush like that. That way the fan can slightly spin a little, but also there's some pressure back on it, and then you just kind of keep doing that until it looks all clean. If it doesn't clean up, you can technically also use water with this, but you want to make sure it's completely dry before you put it back. So keep that in mind. All right, I don't usually like using water because it can cause like things to rust and stuff like that, or corrode. All right, and then once you've done all this way, now we're gonna brush the opposite direction. So right now, what we're doing is we're pushing the thing on this side of the fins. Now we're gonna push it on the back side. So then I go the opposite way and basically do the same thing, but going the opposite direction. Okay, that's how I clean that. If you want, you can do the other side too. I think I already did that enough. It all looks clean here now. So here you can see, now these propellers don't have like a layer of dust on them anymore. All right, there's some dust in the center here. We are going to have to clean that out later. Okay, and then I can use my air blower to kind of clean that up a bit more. I'm going to get this dust out. Okay. All right, so next thing we're going to do, we need to repair this fan. And the way we do that, also if there's dust in here, you can clean that out as well. You don't want the dust going in here. Okay, so we're just going to clean that out real quick. Okay, so we're gonna add grease to this. What we're gonna do, you can use like a needle or, a screwdriver or whatever, and we're gonna just get some motor oil. You can use whatever oil, or sorry, not oil, any lubricant that is designed for moving parts. So you can use motor oil. You can use like the oil that they use for those shavers and things like that. Okay, anything that's designed for moving parts. There's no bearings in here, it's just a sleeve, and then the grease just goes onto this. Okay, so yeah, any oil that's designed to kind of just have a long life where it's sitting and spinning for a while. Okay, all right, this piece doesn't really get hot, so you don't need to worry about heat resistance. Anyways, we're gonna get a paper towel and clean this. This is just a small piece of paper towel. Okay, you want to clean out any gunk here. All right, then I'm just going to get this bottle of oil, tip it over, and then dip the screwdriver into there, and then put the oil right into the center. Okay, then what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the propellers. I'm not going to snap it back into place yet. I just put it there so I can spin it around. You can already see it spins a lot better. Okay, and then what we're going to do, we're going to take this back out. We're going to clean this off. Okay. And then we're going to repeat that a couple times. Here you can see how all that black gunk is in there. It shouldn't be black like that. That black stuff is the dirt and dust and whatever that got into it, moisture. Okay. All right, so we'll get the oil into there again. We're going to do the same thing. Get the fan back on. Spin it around again. Okay, you can see how much better it's spinning. We didn't even snap it into place yet. Okay. Let's go ahead and clean this up. We're going to get another side so you can kind of see if there's a difference. Clean that up. Here you can already see it's a lot cleaner now. You want it to be this light yellowish color. Again, it depends also what kind of oil you use. Some oils are like more clear. But again, make sure it's designed for lubricating. You don't want to use WD-40. WD-40 is not a lubricant. It's a water displacement thing. It basically just removes moisture. Okay. It doesn't have any lasting grease to sit there to keep it clean. All right. Okay, so then we're going to go here and we'll do this again. And you should see it's getting cleaner and cleaner. Okay, here you can see it's cleaner. The tip still has quite a bit of that gunk. And that's most likely because we didn't click it into place. But we don't want to click it in because this design, if you keep pushing it out and multiple times, you can actually end up breaking it. So I'm trying to avoid doing that. Okay. Usually they design these fans not to be repairable. Okay. That's what this, on the end of it, it has like that little part where it gets lodged in and clicks into place. Okay. Let's go ahead and clean this one. Okay. All right. You can see it's getting a lot better. We'll probably do 1 or 2 more times and we should be good to go. All right, this paper is getting pretty dirty, so we might have to use a new one, but go ahead and do it again. Okay. You can use bearing oil and things like that for this, gear oils, sewing oils, whatever. All right. anything that's designed for lubricating moving parts. Okay, you don't want to use cooking oils or anything like that. All right. There we go. Okay, so now we got that. Let's go ahead and clean this off again. All right. All right. You can see it still has a little bit of blackness. We'll do one more time and then we'll go ahead and put it back together. Okay, get that in. Good. Clean this up. Alright. Let's pull this back out and then we'll clean this one more time and see what the difference is. Alright. You can see it's a lot cleaner. Oops, sorry. Especially compared to the first time. So that's enough times. If it's not coming out, then it's not all going to come out. You can do it like as many times as you want, but that should be good. All right, so get that in. All right, we'll spin it one more time. Good, and then we're going to now click this fan into place. So just push straight down in the center. You can hear it click. All right, and now it should be really good. You can see how much better it spins. Before it wouldn't do that, and also it made like a grumbly feeling when I spin it. So now it's actually a lot smoother. There is still actually a little bit weird feeling. Let me see if I can pop it out one more time. I don't recommend it because it is a little risky. All right, but let's go ahead and see, since it's still making kind of a weird feeling. All right, oh, there we go. Okay, let's clean this off one more time. Get a paper towel again, and then do a little bit more grease here. Could be maybe there's too much grease in there. All right, you can see it's pretty clean, so I don't think you need to clean it anymore. Hopefully it's not something internal in here that's damaged. Sometimes the plastic in here is bad. So I'm gonna try and soak up the excess oil there. That's all around. And we're just going to put a little bit more in the center. Okay. Just like that. All right, get this thing back on and click it back into place. Good. Let's test it one more time. It's definitely a lot smoother. I do feel a little bit of gritty feeling. So I guess let's try one more time. Hopefully we're not pushing our luck. Okay. It's actually coming out quite nicely. All right. Makes me want to just keep trying and cleaning it up more. But again, it is a bit risky. I've had one where I got it fixed and then this metal post came away from the fan propeller, so you want to be careful not to do too much. All right, let's get some more oil in here. Okay, now let's go ahead and get this back in and click that back into place. There we go. It still has a little slight bit. Let's pop it out one last time. Okay, and all right, there we go. Clean this up one more time. Okay, it's getting a lot cleaner. Let's go ahead now and just put grease and we should be good to go. Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and snap this back in. All right, let's test it one more time. Yeah, it feels like that feeling's not going away. It is a lot better, but it does still have a little roughness to it. I haven't tried with the other fan, so I don't know. That might just be how this fan is. All right. Let's go ahead and put this back together. All right, so we're gonna now be putting this fan back. So what you're gonna do, just get this metal plate, line it back up. All right, get everything back in. Okay, get all the raised melted pieces back into place. This one will be a bit difficult because it's in a weird position, but basically we're going to use tape to hold this thing back into place. Okay, so we'll get that. Let me get some tape here. Okay. All right, so we're just going to use some tape to kind of hold this back into place. So let's go ahead and peel out some tape here. Okay. Cut this. All right, so what we're going to do, we got this tape, we're just going to cut little tabs off of it. Okay, and then we're just going to go at these flat edges here and put part of it over the metal piece, right, and then wrap it over the plastic part. And we're just going to do that all around to hold this metal piece back into place. Okay, again, another one. All right, and go over here, tape that over, oops, sorry, tape that over there, wrap that over. All right, and that will hold this metal plate back into place. Okay. At the rounded edges, you want to use a thinner piece. You don't want to use too much. Okay, then you just stick that over there, wrap it over, and stick it down. Okay, just going to continue doing that. You technically don't need to have too much. You just need to have it close to where the original melted plastic parts were. But if you want it extra strong, you can put extra bits of tape all around. Okay, this piece again, I don't know how we're going to do that. Let's go ahead and get this foam back up. Okay, and let's see, we can put probably a small piece there, but it's not going to really stick too well. Okay. So you can kind of stick it onto here. That. Alright, so just stick it on like that and wrap that over. Now it's going on this bump, but that's okay. Alright, so you can see now if we try and pull this, kind of holds better. This one, again, I don't know how you'll hold that really well because it kind of curves over weird. But that should be okay. We're going to wrap this piece back over. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, and we're just going to stick that back down. I'm going to put a little more over there where the melted plastic piece used to be, underneath the foam pad. Okay, let's lift that back up. Alright, and let's go ahead and stick this down and stick that down. Alright, and then you can go ahead and put this back on top. You don't want to cover the air vents, alright, so be very careful with that. Alright, and we should be good.